Life is a race, and you are participating in this race, whether you like it or not. And you can just sit there and be all, nah, I'm not gonna be in the race. Life is not a race. Or you can accept that life is a race and play by its rules. By doing the latter, you are much more likely to advance into a top position in this race. Because the thing is, this concept of a race, yeah, it's just a concept, but it applies to real life. You can never know where you are in the race. If you're in the top, bottom, or middle, you cannot surely know. But one thing for certain, you have an idea of where you are in the race. So let's say you haven't accomplished anything. You dropped out of high school, for example. You live by your parents. Sorry to say it, but you're at the bottom of the race. But that's not to say that you can't make it out of that position, because everyone can. The problem is that when you move up, or at least try to move up, everyone else tries to move up or keep their position in the race. Sure, some people fall off, but overall, the majority of people in life in this race are trying to move up or keep their position. So it's super competitive. So you need to be super focused in order to win, in order to gain positions in this race. So who really is your competition here? Well, your competition is every single person you've ever seen, plus every single person you have not seen. Every man and woman alive in this world is your competition. In fact, every single person that's not yet to be born, but that will be born, is going to be your competition. That's reality. You're competing against 100% of the population. Now, some of them you may not think are your competition, that would just way too low down, sure, but you must face the reality, the fact that there are nearly 8 billion people on Earth, and all of them are in the race. Most of them may not know that they are in a competition, but all of them are that. So what are we competing for really here? Well, we're competing for everything in life. Everything you want, someone else wants. Be it the woman of your dreams, the job you want, or the money you want to make, the business you want to start in the market. Everything goes under the competition. Everything is contested. It may feel like this is a harsh way to view the world. Why would, yes, some people may want the woman I want, but that's not how it works, because love is love. Yeah, it is, but here's the thing. If you haven't accomplished anything in life, and a guy happens to come along that has accomplished nearly everything, he's naturally going to be perceived as more status, and status plays a huge role, unfortunately, if you want to say, in who we choose as our mates. A lot about this in the whole game we are in is about putting as much of the odds in our favor as possible. So you can go on and say that life is not a race, that love is love. I will find someone and that person will like me, and that's going to be it. I don't have to accomplish anything. Sure, but don't you agree that if you would have been successful, you would then have more odds in your favor? That's not outrageous to say, right? Sounds totally reasonable. The next question in your mind may be, how can I advance in this race? Or how can I make sure I don't end up at the bottom half? This is tricky, because we as humans, we have a lot of things we could do, a lot of skills to acquire, a lot of knowledge and wisdom to gain. So how can we possibly know what to go after in life? And this is what makes it so interesting, because everyone in the world has their own unique combination of skills, knowledge, their own unique mind. So the competition is really hard to pick out who is before you who's after you in the standings. Now, the important thing here, we cannot possibly know where someone is in these standings in the competition. We can't know. It's impossible. What you and I must know is that when we slack, someone else doesn't. When we slack, someone's down on the floor doing push-ups. When we slack, someone's on their phone doing cold calling to advance their business. When we slack, someone else is approaching our dream woman. I think you're starting to get it now. Every time we take a day off where we slack, someone else doesn't. And sure, we need some rest once in a while. We need to take it to chill once in a while. We cannot always go on full focus, full power. It just isn't sustainable. But slacking, scrolling on social media for no real reason, refusing to go to the gym because you think you can just stay at home and oh no, but I gotta do something else more important. Every decision we make that we know that we shouldn't really make, we know what the good decision is. To go to the gym, to read the books. Every time we make these decisions, someone else sits and decides to go with the right decisions. And he advances past us in the standings. And I can tell you, when someone passes you in the race, he's not just gonna stay there, wait for you to pass him again. No, he's gonna continue on forward. So a guy that has full focus, that does the right things, that doesn't slack, he's gonna be very hard to catch once he's past you. So think right now about all the people that you think are below you in the standings, but that you've seen have starting to pick up the pace, have started doing the right things. Those are your competition as well. So you can't let them pass you. You can't let them get a greater physique than you, more extensive knowledge. You have to keep on pushing. You have to keep those people behind you. I need to close in the gap between you and the person above you in the standings. That should be your goal. And if you want to gamify this, to make it more fun, to make it easier to remember, just think of it as a video game. It's a virtual standings. Oh, you see all these names here. Okay, this person is above me right now, and these people are below me. And you see there's you see how much XP they have, how much life XP they have. And you see, okay, these guys below me, they're just about to pass me. I need to go and do something to gain more XP so that it's hard for them to pass me. And so also I can get closer up the leaderboard to the top. Okay, well, so what can I go and do? I don't like running, and I know I need to go and run. So let's go around a mile. A 10k. Or a 20k. Let's go around that. I'm gonna get some XP. Or, okay, this book here, I haven't opened it for a few days. I've been slacking on that. I need to sit down and I need to read this book now for a few hours. Good, I get an XP. So gamify life, because that makes it easier. Makes it easier to get the concept of it. And you wouldn't want your friends to pass you in the standings. I mean, you love your friends, but you want to be the best at this video game that you're playing. So be the best at the game known as life. Because yes, life is a game. It's a competition, and it is a race, whether you like it or not. So might as well play the game by its rules, trying to advance, trying to become the best at the game, rather than being a victim, falling behind other people as they advance to the top. Why not be the one that reaches the top? And with that, I'm leaving you.